It is Friday the 1st of July 2022. Let's find out what's new.
What's new in retro games? Can you tell me what's new in retro games, please? What's new in retro games? Can you tell me what's new in retro games this week?
Hello, it is me. It is Jace at Retrogames, and here I am to tell you about all the newly listed things on our website this week. That's right, everything I show you today is available to buy today. And if you've checked the video too late and it's already gone, that's your fault. You need to be keeping on top of this. We generally list most of our stuff on Fridays, but we list bits and pieces throughout the week. But Friday we get a lot of stuff. What's all this? I'm a member of Bucks Fizz. So yeah, Fridays are our main listing day, and that's why we make the video on a Friday, to give you the weekend to have a look. But like I always tell you, most of the things we list on retrogames.co.uk we only list one of, and once they're gone, and they might not come back in stock for years, decades. We relisted an item this week which we last sold in 2010, and I thought, wow, that is a long time between updating the website and putting it back into stock. 12 years. So, you know, take your chances. See if you see something you like, I would say get it. I would say that, wouldn't I? I'm a little bit biased. Okay, so this is the part of the show that I like the best. How many items did we list this week? Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Is that not bad? Better than last week? I think it was better. Was it? I don't even know the number. I didn't do all the listing. I'm just pretending. I'm the front man. I'm just the front man. Anyway, get on with it. Get on with it. What's new at Retrogames this week? Yeah! Okay, first thing, and I'm going to start with PC. And the first thing is this. This is a Forgotten Realms interactive atlas. Yes, an interactive atlas. And I have no idea why you would want... well, you're exploring the game world. Abertoril, the Forgotten Realms game world. But this isn't a game, this is just a map that you look at on your PC and discover lots of areas, and I just... It's quite bizarre, isn't it? And it's highly sought after because it's sold so little. And there's a lot of Forgotten Realms collectors out there because it's an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game. There's not much to show you. I mean... I can open the box and show you. But yeah, this is worth about £100. £100 for a map. You can just use Google. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't look up the world of what's it called again? Abertoril. Accents are free. They're free. So that's an entry into the PC. I haven't picked so much stuff this week. We listed a lot of stuff. But you know, I've got to get excited about it to be worth talking about it on the video. Let's go for the Commodore Amiga. We all love Amiga. Turbo Outrun. Yes, you all know I'm a massive fan of Sega's Outrun. Coin Op and Turbo Outrun. Well, it wasn't as good as the original, but it was more Outrun and we was all pleased to have it. And this is in lovely, lovely condition. Turbo Outrun for the Amiga there. Let's have a little open it up and have a look inside. So we've got the the gold standard little flyer there with loads of great Sega and Capcom games from US Gold on there. Then we got the discs. It's got the original receipt in this one as well, which is always nice to see. And here we have the manual. The manual for this game folds out into an incredibly creased poster because it's been folded for 30 years. But yeah. Nice. It's nice. They did this a lot. US Gold, Ocean sometimes, Robocop. You know, the manual, unfold the manual and it's a poster. And I just am very glad that a lot of people never ever stuck it to their wall. There's no pinholes or blue tack. Oh, don't get me started on blue tack. Okay, let's carry on. That's Amiga. Check. Done. Okay, we've got one game this week for Commodore 64, and that game is one of my favourites. This is Commodore 64, president by the legend that is Kevin Toms. You know Kevin Toms, he made Football Manager, but this was the last game he actually programmed for the Commodore 64. And this is the rare disc version. It's quite rare, it's in lovely condition. Look at that lovely fold out inlay there. We've got the disc, blue label, Addictive Games, 1987. And it was a great strategy game, one of the most poorly rated games that I really like. You know, when there's a game you really love and nobody else likes it and it's a bit frustrating, you think, why can't you see the benefit of this game? Why can't you see the good? President's one of them games for me. Show you with the post-it note. Very rare on Commodore 64 disc. Lovely, that's Commodore, check. We're going to get onto console stuff. A lot of console stuff this week. But before we do that, let's go for my other favourite computer, ZX Spectrum, North and South on the ZX Spectrum by Infogrames. A really, really brilliant two-player arcade war game. Think Defender of the Crown, think, you know, various stages of battle and the shootouts, but two-player, simultaneous, couch co-op, that's what they call it these days. That wasn't invented back in my... But I don't think UK people use the term couch. And settee co-op doesn't sound quite so... Sounds like you're online shopping for groceries. Settee co-op. Let's have a look. North and South, and there we've got very these square case games. Real pain. The plastic cases always get chipped and broken, dodgy hinges, but this one is nice. It's intact, it's unbroken. North and South, very rare game for Spectrum. Quite late, is it 91? Yeah, 91. And the 1990s Spectrum games are really the rarest because we'd all moved on to Amiga. Even I have moved on to my Atari ST, then my Amiga, my Mega Drive. You know, not many people still playing Spectrum games in the 90s. Though they did churn them out. They did churn them out. Okay, let's go consoles. And the first one I'm going to pick is a GameCube game, and this is Tales of Symphonia for the Nintendo GameCube. Role-playing adventure game, highly rated, 2 discs, very pretty. I don't know, it was the best GameCube game we listed this week, so I picked it. Moving on, we got a bunch of PlayStation. You know the PlayStation, not the new ones, the old one, PS1. Oh, Final Fantasy Oranges. Final Fantasy Oranges. It's the best coloured one. Really lovely game, beautiful condition, as you can see. You've got the beautiful manual. Look at this, immaculate. Immaculate. We've got a little extra card there. Oh, this comes with a couple of little postcards. Let's show you these. Oh, look. I mean, they've not got anywhere to put the stamps. We can't send those out. But they are lovely, and it's a lovely thing. And these games, they're only... Final Fantasy on the PS1, only ever going up in value. I give it 3 years. This is a £100 game. 3 years. That's all it takes. 3 more years. This will be a £100 game. And the sky's the limit after that. And if you've got one that's sealed, as if some of those were bubble wrap, cellophaned, then hide it away. Don't let the kids see it. Don't ever open it. We've got Final Fantasy VI, another one, similar ilk. We've got the whole set here. We've got Final Fantasy Anthology with the lovely stickers. We'll have a look at the menu on that one. Oh, no manual in this one. No manual. We don't always get everything complete. Wish we did. Yeah, NI. That's what we put on our post-it notes. No instructions. But then we have a rule. Don't use the word instructions in the listings. Use the word manuals. So really, we should have NM. That's just a little quirk of working on retro games that I've learned over the years. Okay, keep going. More role-playing games on that PS1, and that is Grandia. Yeah, very highly popular. The sequels on Dreamcast and PS2 possibly did better than the original Grandia. Nice. More PS2. Medieval 2. Always think the spelling of this one looks a bit dodgy. Medieval. It's not how we spell it. Medieval, meaning the word. You can have a look at the back of the box there, and we'll have a look. I think this is a nice one. Oh yeah, got the beautiful manual, all shiny and new. Lovely game, Medieval. One more PS1. One more! Legacy of Kain, which has suddenly really picked up in value, but you know, it was quite a mainstream game this when it came out. I mean, possibly in the charts quite high. I imagine it was a top 10 game on PS1 when it came out by Crystal Dynamics. who ended up taking over. They take over the Tomb Raider franchise, and they make those games now. And look, it's got a horrible. Now, who does this? You should be killed. I mean, it's not too extreme, is it? There's a shop somewhere, CB Games in Ryde, Portsmouth area, isn't it? Who are sticking unremovable gold stickers on the inlays of original software. Go to them. If you're local to that, 8 Royal Victoria Arcade. If you're local to them, get in your car, pop down there, smash their windows. No, smash their windows for sticking this gold sticker on this inlay and upsetting me. They've upset me. And they've probably done this to hundreds of games. Imagine what they probably do this on Nintendo card boxed games. Gold stickers, which just pull all the laminate and all the colour and the artwork off of the game. They need to be reprimanded. It's not my rules. It's the Retro Gaming creed. Okay, let's carry on. We've done the PlayStation, we've done the GameCube, we've done the Spectrum, we've done the Commodore. Let's move on to Nintendo NES. I've got a couple of games for the Nintendo NES. They're classics, and that is because it is the original Zelda. Yes, the first Zelda game. This is the original British PAL release, and you'll see that I've got this in a protective plastic case. We do send a lot of high value games. We do generally put in those if we've got them spare. Sometimes we run out, but it's a high value game. We do like to send. Obviously, we have more packaging and box. We really care about packaging. But the game itself would be in one of these plastics, which is nice, and that's a tough one. It's quite a tough one, that one. Don't do that with the games, don't worry. Anyway, yeah, Legend of Zelda here. Now, Legend of Zelda, and the reason it's so good is because the cartridge is made of solid gold. Everyone knows that. Solid gold. It's got the manual and the stuff in there. Yeah, it's got the manual. The manual's a little bit. A little bit. No, not doggy. But look at the cartridge on this. Look at that. Oh my God. I can't even get it off the cap. Look at the shine on it. Oh, what? And now a lot of these gold cartridges, they get tarnished. They get just discoloration along the edges. You know, get some little black specky bits and stuff. But when you see one that's proper gold, it's barely been out in the daylight. Keep it in the dark. All the games should be kept in the dark. No natural lighting required for games collections. Come on. Fake lighting, yeah. Anyway, that is Zelda 1 for the NES, Nintendo NES Entertainment System, and this is Zelda 2. We got both of them, Zelda 1 and 2. What? Get them both in the same shot so they know they exist together. Go on then, just for you. Two Zeldas. I'm going to really enjoy watching this back. And let's have this again. It's in that little protective sleeve. Again, the cartridge is immaculate on this one. Beautiful gold. More gold. More. Look at it. Oh. It makes you happy to be alive, doesn't it, when you see something that shiny? I don't know what it is. I think I was obsessed with tinsel as a kid, but anything that's shiny like that just gets me excited. I know, it's insane. Oh, the manual's nicer on that one. That's upside down. Never as shiny. They didn't make the manual as shiny as the cartridge. It's a shame. Like a foil wrap on the manual would be good. So yeah, there we have Zelda 1 and 2, the original first ever UK Zelda games released here in the UK. Oh yeah, amazing. Had to have them on the video. But not the only Zelda games we listed this week. I mean, it's usually always the Zelda games. There's a lot of them. We've also got N64, Majora's Mask. Brilliant game. A little bit too hard. It was a bit too hard, wasn't it? A bit harder than the Ocarina of Time. I had to think. I had to remember the time of day for things. Got a bit frustrating. But yeah, it's all right. It's like 8 out of 10 condition. It's not pristine, but it's nice. It's a good serviceable box example. We'll open it up. The manual, a little bit. It's not. Is it doggy? It's a little bit doggy on the corner of the manual there, which is a shame. But look, I mean, it's only the cover. Gold cartridge. The gold cartridge on Majora's Mask. Ridiculous. It's not shiny. It's not shiny enough. They didn't make this proper shiny. I mean, it is gold. We should be pleased about that, but it's not shiny. I like the yellow. Is it the American Donkey Kong 64 yellow cartridge? Oh, if I had one of them, I'd be showing you close up. I love yellow N64 cartridges. There's a red one as well in there. Oh, it'll come back to me. Is Rocket Robot on wheels? Is that a red cartridge? Multicoloured cartridges. Oh, now that is content for a whole new video. I should do that. And talking of multicoloured cartridges, this was a big week of listings for the Nintendo Famicom. Yes, you know the Nintendo Famicom is the little brother. It's not the little brother. It's nobody's little brother. It's the big brother. It's the original Nintendo NES, the Japanese version. You don't know what a Famicom looks like. It looks like this. Anyway, the Nintendo Famicom, it's basically a Nintendo NES, but the original version for Japan. And it's easier to play on a lot of import kind of consoles than it is the original hardware, because the original hardware only has RF out. Anyway, we've got a lot of Famicom cartridges, and you know, if you're wondering why these games are so different to NES games, well, for some reason they made NES cartridges twice the size of a Famicom cartridge. They thought that was a great idea. Maybe it looks like more value if there's more plastic in the cartridge. But anyway, exactly the same game. So these are the Japanese versions of the Nintendo NES games. This is just for newbies. Anybody who's not into the Famicom retro gaming Nintendo scene. I know all of you are shouting, we know this stuff, shut up, shut up. This game I picked because it's got a fantastic name. Yeah, this game is called Fuzzical Fighter. I didn't make that up. Fuzzical Fighter. F-U-Z-Z-I-C-A-L. It's an arcade shooter. Fuzzical Fighter. I'm going to whiz through these because there's quite a few. Oh, this is an awesome one. This is Altered Beast. Now, Altered Beast, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's a Sega game. What do you mean, a Sega game on the Famicom? That's right. In 1990, Sega allowed Altered Beast to come out on the Famicom, their direct rival. Well, what's the Famicom? The thing is about in Japan is that the Mega Drive or the Master System did terribly in Japan, so it wasn't really in competition with the Master System in Japan. Altered Beast didn't come out in the UK and Europe because obviously it was one of the early Mega Drive games. It is on Master System as well, though. Getting caught up here, but anyway, I think it's exciting to think a Nintendo game released in their pomp in the Famicom era, but a Sega game on the Famicom. Awesome. We had Pokemon once for the Mega Drive in stock. Dodgy. It was dodgy, but it was an exciting game. Someone bought it. Why do people always buy the best stuff? Anyway, carrying on. Oh, here we go. I picked this for the same reason because there's another Sega game, and that is Fantasy Zone. Fantasy Zone, also massive on the Master System and Mega Drive, but released on the Japanese Famicom. They're ultimate rivals. Nintendo versus Sega. It was a war that continued right up until Sega self-destructed after the Dreamcast. I know they're still alive. Now this game, I had to pick this game. Any excuse to be a bit saucy. This game is called Booby Kids. Booby Kids. It's not made up. This actually is called Booby Kids. It's an arcade platform adventure game. Booby Kids. Yeah, I know. Pathetic. Let's carry on. What do we got now? We've got another amazing shooter, and I've covered this on other formats. This is Terra Cresta. Terra Cresta by Nichibitsu. This is the sequel to Moon Cresta. Fabulous shoot 'em up. What a beautiful game. Never came out on the NES. That's the thing about the Famicom. Got so many releases, like 10 times the releases that we had for the Nintendo NES. Nintendo NES wasn't particularly popular in the UK. I'll break a myth there. It was a very underwhelming console. We were all stuck on our Amigas. We didn't really care about NES. Wario Blast. That is Wario Blast. I think that was the first Wario game. Wario. Yeah. He's not as weak as Waluigi though, is he? Legendary red cartridge. Like Mother. Now this is a very highly rated role-playing game. It gets converted. Like you find the Game Boy English version transfer. I've seen NES versions of this. homebrew but translated into English because it's such a legendary role-playing game, but never got an official US or UK translation. So you all know that already. You know what Mother is. I just think you do. I think you all know. You're all wise. Capcom classic. Yeah, okay, focus. Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, super tough. Don't watch me trying to play it. Super tough. But what a cute looking cartridge. Very different artwork to other versions of Ghosts and Goblins. Isn't that sweet? It looks fabulous. Fabulous. Capcom classic. One more on here. What's this? Oh, Alien Syndrome. Alien Syndrome. It was a coin op. I actually remember playing that in the arcades way back when. Very unusual. And again, a Sega game on the Famicom. Now I've got some more Famicom here, but this is a bit unusual. And that's because they are dodgy. Dodgies! These Chinese, cheap kind of... they're flimsy compilations, knockoff compilations, but from Korea, China, they have some really unusual titles, like original games and mucked around with edited games and games which shouldn't exist on that format, and they're quite exciting. So let's have a look at this first one. Now, this first one has got Adventure Island 3. I think that did come out. Is that Super Famicom? Is that a Super Famicom game? Silk. I don't know what Silk is. Crossfire. But the most interesting one there is the one at the end, and that's called Dead Fox, ladies and gentlemen. There's a game on here called Dead Fox. I like to think that's just a bad translation, but Dead Fox. Worth a mention. I've got more of this stuff. This one has got another 4-in-1 here, and this has got, you're not going to believe this one, this has got Pleasant Goat, that classic hit game. Oh, get it in line. Pleasant Goat. And it's got Contra, yeah. Contra, the Mega Drive game. Well, brain's gone fuzzy. It did come out. Super Probotector. So I've remembered. Super Probotector. Just Probotector on the NES is Contra. That's right. Super Probotector is Super Contra on the SNES. Aladdin. Only, that's again, it's a Mega Drive game. Didn't come out for the NES. Double Dragon 3. That is a familiar game. Let's go to the next one. This one's got a game called Jewelry. Looks like columns. Lunar Ball. Juiced. It's got a game called Juiced. Nothing to do with juicing anything. I think it's got if you can see that, Juiced has actually got a picture from Chicken Run. And if you look at the Super Mario Sunshine, yeah, that's right, the GameCube game Mario Sunshine is on this cartridge along with 69 other games. Yeah, knockoff games. They are fun. They're naughty, but they're fun, aren't they? They're weird. There's another couple. This one, what's this got on it? I think this one's got a funny one. Max Cross, not Macross, Max Cross. It's got Bomberman on it. Bomberman didn't come out for NES. Mappy, Star Soldier, New Tetris, Calexion. And if you look at Calexion's little graphics there, it's got bumblebees. It's Calexion with bumblebees. I mean, you're not going to find this stuff anywhere else. One more. And this is a Robocop collection, and Robocop, did Robocop come out? I think it came out in the USA NES, but I don't think we got it in the UK, did we? Robocop? Don't think we did. But this has got Robocop 1, Robocop 2, Robocop 3, and a legend that is Robocop 4. So 4 Robocop games, which were never officially released for the Famicom. That's enough Famicom. Stop going on about the Famicom. Say a different word. Okay, now the last things I've got, going better today, it's a bit quicker. I've got this, and this is a Vectrex warranty card. If you want your Vectrex to be complete, you might need the warranty card. We listed one of these a few weeks ago, and it sold really quickly, so I just thought, oh, people might be interested to think of the original 1-year warranty card. It's got like perforations, you tear it off. Anyway, that's a precursor, because what we've got here is, yes, an MB Vectrex brochure. A brochure for the Vectrex. Now I guess this would have been available in toy shops or maybe consumer toy events and fairs and things that were promoting the Vectrex. It is MB, so this will be a European one. And it's just a brochure. It's a bit creased, but it is an original brochure for the NES. And let's not do the big fold because there is more than this. Look at this. It's got a big picture of the light pen. It's got all the releases there. The greatest games on Earth and beyond. It's a shame it's a bit worn, but blimey, this is rare. Isn't it rare? I mean, the console's rare enough, but imagine a promotional brochure for it. And there we have it. That is the end of my little expose of this week's listings at retrogames.co.uk. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Retro Gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Oh, someone's got to file all this stuff. It's not going to be me.